Hey, what's going on everyone? Ethanator here, and once again in front of me I have the Blade Fusion 480 stretch that I'm going to be using to show you how to do a half Piro flip. So the last maneuver that I showed you was a Piro TikTok, which is a very complex maneuver geared for expert 3D helicopter pilots, whereas this one is geared more towards intermediate 3D helicopter pilots looking to add some tail in their flips. With that being said, you want to make sure that you basically have all of your flips down, so forward flips, you got your back flips, you got your aileron rolls, like so. You just want to make sure that you have all of that down, as well as all of your orientations, both upright and inverted. That includes tail in, nose in, tail to the left, and tail to the right. Also, you want to make sure that you have that mastered inverted. So you got your inverted nose in, inverted tail in, inverted tail to the left, inverted tail to the right. This is basically so that whenever you do a flip and you might mess up the first time, you just want to make sure that you have those orientations down, so then if you exit funky, you just know how to catch it and better prevent a crash. So first I'm going to explain what exactly a half Piro flip is. So a half Piro flip is essentially a maneuver in which the helicopter flips from inverted to upright or upright to inverted, and while it's doing that you have a 180-degree rotation of the tail, so basically half of a pirouette. With that being said, there's all kinds of different orientations and different methods in which you can do a half Piro flip, but I'm going to be showing you the most common way that a half Piro flip is probably learned and executed. And that's essentially going to look something like this. I'm going to be breaking up the half Piro flip into multiple parts. So as you can see in those maneuvers, it's a pretty fluid transition. And I'll also point out that you can do it in different ways. So I typically like to use left rudder. So basically the nose is going to point left. So I'm going to be showing you how to do it like that. You can also do it the other way, like so. As you can see, I'm a little sloppy going the other way. Definitely a lot more comfortable going that way. But yes, you can do both. So with that being said, I'm going to be breaking up the maneuver into different parts. So first, I'm going to be doing a 90-degree rotation of the helicopter, like so, in the forward direction. And then on top of that, I'm going to be doing a 180-degree rotation of the tail, and then I'm also going to pull back on the cyclic stick like that to catch it once it's inverted, and ultimately it will end up in an inverted tail and hover. So basically you are going from an upright tail and hover to an inverted tail and hover, and here's how you're going to do it. You're going to rotate 90, 180 degrees, catch it on the 90-degree rotation of the elevator axis. So as you can see, we have resulted in a tail and hover. It's basically the same thing, except it's going to be a little bit backwards. So you're going to pull back, rotate, and then push forward again. And that was going from inverted to upright. And as you can see, we have returned to an upright tail and hover. Now as you can see, it's definitely a lot choppier because we have broken it up into multiple parts. So push forward, rotate, pull back, rotate, push forward. As you can see, you are essentially doing the parts of a half Piro flip. Now that we've seen the maneuver in its separate parts, we're going to start adding the rudder and the cyclic all together. So instead of just pushing, rotating, and pulling, we're going to start adding a little bit of aileron to make it one fluid maneuver. So if you watch my cyclic stick right here, you can see that it is a half circle whenever you rotate, and then half circle, half circle, half circle. And just like that, you can see that a half Piro flip is complete. And that right there essentially is a half Piro flip from upright to inverted, and then a half Piro flip from inverted to upright. And just like that, you have completed the maneuver. Now it definitely takes time to turn this maneuver from multiple steps into one solid maneuver, and getting in the groove with stirring the cyclic stick rather than just pulling and pushing. But with that being said, over time you will start to become more comfortable with this maneuver, and you are basically on your way to learning Piro flips. And as you can see, you can also speed up the transition from inverted to upright and basically blend two half Piro flips together to really make a full-on Piro flip, even though Doesn't really look like it, but these are the building blocks in a Piro flip. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching this tutorial. Be sure to give the page a like and follow if you enjoyed, and stick around for more videos in the future. We'll see y'all later.